In the short story Slugger, found in the book Demonica, a Little League baseball game is played on an Indian burial ground. Something horrible happens. However, real life is more terrifying. Here are 3 true and disturbing baseball stories. Baseball is often called America's pastime, a game of strategy, skill, and tradition. But on September 23, 1903, the National League witnessed one of the most chaotic days in baseball history. A day when a single base-running error sparked a riot that injured players and fans alike. This is the story of Merkel's boner and the riot that followed. The New York Giants faced the Chicago Cubs in a crucial late-season matchup at the Polo Grounds. The game was tied in the bottom of the 9th. Giants star rookie Fred Merkel was on first base with 2 outs. Giants batter Al Bradell singled, allowing the apparent winning run to score. Fans stormed the field in celebration. But in the chaos, Merkel failed to touch second base, a fundamental requirement. Cubs players retrieved the ball and tagged second base. Umpire Hank O'Day called Merkel out. The game was nullified, and the Giants' victory was erased. Fans erupted in fury. Thousands of spectators flooded the field, yelling, pushing, attacking anyone in their way. Players, coaches, and umpires were assaulted by fans trying to reclaim the stolen win. Reports indicate several minor injuries occurred, including bruises and knocked out teeth. Some players were pelted with objects thrown from the stands. The scene was total chaos. The first major riot directly caused by a rule enforcement in baseball history. The game had to be resumed weeks later, and the Cubs were eventually awarded the victory, contributing to their 1907-1908 championship dominance. Merkel became a symbol of base-running disaster, immortalized in baseball lore, but the real story is the human chaos. On August 16, 1920, baseball fans in Cleveland witnessed a moment that would forever haunt the sport. Ray Chapman, the 23-year-old shortstop for the Cleveland Indians, stepped up to the plate. Known for his grit, skill, and fiery spirit, Chapman was at the height of his game. On the mound stood Carl Mays, a pitcher notorious for his submarine delivery, a low underhand throw that made the ball rise unexpectedly. As Chapman took his stance, Mays unleashed a fastball that would change baseball history. The ball struck Chapman directly in the head, sending him collapsing to the dirt in an instant. Fans screamed. Teammates rushed to his side. Despite immediate medical attention and a frantic rush to the hospital, Ray Chapman died later that day. He remains the only Major League Baseball player to die from an on-field injury. The death sent shockwaves through the baseball world. Umpires and leagues introduced rules requiring cleaner, less scuffed baseballs, as dirty balls were harder to see and contributed to dangerous pitches. Decades later, the tragedy inspired the development of batting helmets, now a standard safety measure for players at all levels. Yet for fans and players of the era, the shadow of that day lingered. Every pitch carried a reminder. Even the safest stadiums could become sites of unimaginable tragedy. Tony Conegliaro, a 19-year-old phenom for the Boston Red Sox, was hailed as one of baseball's brightest young stars. Fast, fearless, and full of promise, he represented a new generation of talent. By 1967, Conegliaro was at the peak of his career, poised to become a legend. On August 18, 1967, during a routine game against the California Angels, Conegliaro stepped up to bat. A fastball, traveling at over 90 miles per hour, struck him squarely in the face. The impact shattered his eye socket and tore his retina. He nearly lost his life. Emergency surgery saved him, but the injury altered his vision permanently. Despite the tragedy, Conegliaro made a courageous attempt to return to the game. In 1969, he came back to the Red Sox lineup but he never regained his former brilliance. The incident highlighted the fragility of life in baseball and underscored the dangers hidden in a sport celebrated for tradition, glory, and heroics.